from Madden Boy. This is a new thing on TWIM. It's called the Scheme of the Week. I'm real excited about it. We've got to keep innovating, and we're going to give you guys a Scheme of the Week on the show. He is running the Z-trip formation using the empty shy under, which we'll show you right here, as his base play. But people have been doing a good job stopping him when they run 2-man under with 2 purple zones, which are buzz zones and a spy, and uses a guy over the middle. How can he move the chains against this defense? So you show us what you're running, and we will do our best to give you some new plays and some new looks and some new ideas of how to run it. Obviously, right off the bat, his opponent's not rushing anybody.
Right.
His opponent is not using a single, he's not rushing a single person on the defense. So you got to like that right away. Because if you run an offense that's good enough to make them drop back 11 guys, you could drink some tea.
Good steep tea.
You can do anything.
Do whatever you want.
And just wait.
Go write a book. Take a nap.
We'll go dime 2-man under. So the formation that we're in right now
Bake a cake.
is single back, and we're in the empty shy play.
Yep.
So he said his opponent is using 2 buzz zones, which we will set up right here.
Go on a road trip even. Go look at some fall foliage.
All right, so right here, this is an empty formation, right? And it's from under center. So you don't see this a lot. The reason this is a formation within a formation, it's hidden in theory. Because Forte, where triangle is on the left-hand side, he should really be in the backfield when this formation's ran regular. But you might remember Gibbs running this with the Raiders last season. So here is the defense his opponent is stopping him with.
So he's just running this stock, he's going, and he's running into problems. Right, I see it. I see the problems, yeah. I see the problems.
But I see some problems with this defense. Let's take a look. Okay, there's a lot of things about this play. One, you don't have a halfback, so there's no fear of the halfback draw. So this guy can definitely drop all the players that he wants.
Yes.
If you don't have a halfback draw, you're in trouble. You know, this is why sometimes I don't like to go empty without a mobile quarterback, because I'm dropping everybody back, and what are you going to do about it? You're not going to do anything.
There's nothing you can do about it.
So, but what you really got to do is be patient here. I'd like to see you use some playmaker and wait it out, because he's not rushing in anybody.
Right.
Go for it.
So playmaker is the first step that you would use. Okay, you see no one's coming. You got to be patient. So wait for your opportunity. I'm playmakering. Oh, I see that guy's open sideline. Boop.
And this is going to eventually prevent me from stopping and dropping guys back.
Patience.
Now all of a sudden, if this is the one guy that rushes, you know that there's not good. So whichever guy rushes, right? That is how you know what zone he is weak on. You know, is he using a spy? If Ware all of a sudden rushes, I know there's no buzz zone dropping to the left.
Right.
If it's Spencer rushing from the right, I know that there's no buzz zone to the right. If one of these guys blitzes, I know he's potentially short a spy or just a yellow zone over the middle of the field. So I'm gonna know that, this is specifically against one opponent. But
I would say the base way to attack this would be the routes on the outside are going to be unbumpable. They're released. That's the number one thing you need to know. So what that means is they're not going to get pressed. You're going to free release, and they're going to break back down. Got to love that route. Got to love that route. Got to trust that route. It's like an out, but the best part about it is it's deeper downfield.
Free release.
And it's a free release. So you got to trust this route. I mean, you can run it to either side. As soon as he breaks, a little bit before he breaks, throw it to him. So that's the first part about where you're going to go to start attacking with this play. So I know you have a lot of frustration with it.
Good question from Plane Driver here. I think he means this. All right, so put Bennett on a streak, right?
Bennett on a streak.
So what unbumpable means is that the route is unable to be pressed.
So here's the snap of the ball.
See how Bennett was just pressed on the right-hand side of the field? That just throws off timing and will lead to an inconsistent offense depending on, if a guy has a good beat press rating or good bad press rating. So as you can see here, Bennett gets bumped. All of a sudden now he's off his route.
We would call that a bumpable route.
So that you can bump that route. If you're a defense, you can play bump and run. You can press that route. But with the outside release here,
you'll see same defense.
Correct.
Nothing happened on defense.
So we'll look over to Bennett. Is he going to get pressed here? Same as that? No, he's not. He's going to get free release upfield. The time is going to be on, and hopefully he can haul on the pass. That is what an unbumpable route is. So you have one to the right, you have one to the left.
Right.
Across the middle of the field,
we have Davis, because he's a tight end, so we know he can be unbumpable.
Tight ends are not pressed. So you have an unbumpable route there. That's 3.
That's now 3. If you are playing on a PlayStation 3 and the left side of the field, now you have 4. because any route you place him on is unbumpable.
Correct. And then the last thing we would do,
Place Marshall on a drag.
drag routes are unbumpable. They're short, you're just going to let them go and just follow them up. So
now
drag
you have-
routes are not pressed.
Count that, 5 unbumpable patterns from one play. That's pretty impressive. You have 4, unless you put if you're on Xbox, you'll have 4 if you put the triangle receiver. If you put him on a drag, then you had 5.
Correct. So easy to get 5. And next up, the other key to this play, right? So one way that we get unbumpable routes, we talk about this a lot. You want to motion guys. We just showed you one earlier from the inside where you motion a guy, you get an unbumpable route because the defender's running, he's not going to press. This formation, the reason I don't like this as a base formation, a couple reasons. So let's talk about it. You know,
Hash it out.
You got a good little thing going here. You got a cute play. It's got some tough routes. It's a pain in the butt. It forces guys to drop guys back to stop it. I don't think it is a consistent offense you can run all season long with however you're running. I'm not sure what team you're using, but one, you need a mobile quarterback because, like we said, there's no draw. So they have to respect the draw from this formation. There's only 3 plays, one of which is an option play, an option route play. Anytime you call another play from this formation and you use your quick audibles, you're going to actually put the halfback back in the backfield. Can you even audible out of this because it's 5 wide in theory?
Yes.
Okay, so he just called a quick audible, right?
No, but yeah,
Okay,
but
so
I will.
But so for Forte, right? He is gonna go to the backfield, which is a tell that okay, well he's in this formation now. He might run the ball. So this is the same exact formation, but not with Forte split out. But since he's split out, you can't motion him. So you have no motions. You have no ability to run a draw if you don't have a mobile quarterback. And lastly, there are no stock flat routes. How important are flat routes in this year's game?
So important.
This is the key to a lot of our offensive attacks this year. If Davis was on a flat, I think you're much better off using empty Falcon or empty Giant from shotgun
Same formation.
than this formation. They're very similar, except the triangle would be in tighter, and it could still be a halfback, and square would be a little bit in tighter. So that formation is going to give you a much better attack because then you have delayed routes. You can actually block. You can't really block in this. You can block Davis.
End, yeah.
But in the other formation, you can block from either side. You're in gun, so you have a little more time. You're kind of already set. You're going to see some of the same routes. I'm sure you have stock flat routes. I think it's going to just be a lot better. I think that this is a great formation, but to build a complete thing around with only 3 plays.
Yeah, it's great and sneaky, but
yeah, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
But like I said, anytime you got a good thing going, you got 5 wide receivers. You're kind of running it like a more spread gun heavy Panther, which we know is successful. You just got to be careful. You just definitely got to be careful.